The reason why you can't scale past the current under management amount you're at right now most likely has nothing to do with your fee or your marketing, but more or less how you're handling the clients once they get into the door. So if you don't know me, my name is Devin. I run the Nidus firm, which is a private infrastructure firm focused on solving the multi-custodian issue for RIAs. Now, getting straight into it, let's just say this right here is your client. Put a little box around it. Oh, my pen might not be the most synced up right now. Oh, what's happening? Okay, there you go. And this is them. What is happening? There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. I haven't used this in a while, so give me some patience. Okay. So, and this is them under your management. So you might be thinking that this is a very simple path forward. However, it's not. Let's say this is the CSA, right? And then this is the PDF you have to go through. Now, instead of it being a straight line like this, as you go through the CSA, they have to check the PDFs, read everything, and then they notice, oh, the first NGO appears. Now, as you go back to the client, boop, and then once you get back to the client, they have to understand what that specific custodian that they're working with wants on that form. So once they do that, they now have to double check, let's just say review. Then from there, they got to go all the way back, redo the form, draw a little form. And then from there, they have to send it back. Oh, go back up, back to the CSA. And then they have to repeat that whole process multiple times until everything is finally in good order. And this whole process can take easily between, let's just say 3 to 10 days just to get that one form in and out, because again, people are busy, things are moving, things are happening. Let's be realistic, right? So this can easily take 3 to 10 days for one client to get under your management. Now, what it should look like is something like this instead. They submit the form, it goes into a system, it's automated, right? There's no CSA on this initial part. It's a system instead. So boom, 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 boom. Let's do system. It goes through, it checks everything that's happening inside the form. If there's any spelling errors, if there's anything missing, if they put a dependent down, but they only put the first name, no idea what the last name is, or if they complete the form and there's no percentage on what that dependent should be receiving. So it checks everything and say, okay, this is good, this is good, this is bad. Send it back to them, boom, boom, boom. Let's just say they don't see it the first day. The system will automatically follow up within 24 hours. Now, once it does get back to them, it'll remind them again and again. Okay, now boom, they get back, they fill it out. Now, the chances of the system even having error in the first place, not only is the back end going to be checking everything, reading over it, making sure it's all, incorrect, and no, making sure it's not incorrect, sorry. But at the same time, they're not going to see any of the social security, anything like that. It's all going to be blocked out, and only the actual information that they need, such as the dependents, what their strategy wants to be, et cetera, depending on what they're onboarding or intaking for. Now, the social security number and all the sensitive information is only going to be seen by an actual employee later on down the line. But at this point right here, the chances of these even happening, like any errors in this location, is going to be low. And that's mainly because the form in and of itself is going to be set up in a way that they can't continue the form without putting in all the details. So if there's no last name for the dependent, it won't let them go forward without entering that in. If there's no percentages for each dependent that they have, it won't let them continue. So you kind of see where the chances of a nego even popping up is low automatically. If something does happen, the system will catch it and ask them to fix it, or just ask them to follow up about it. Now from there, let's just say the client, they fix it, and now it goes back to the system, checks it over, everything's good, boom. Now, a CSA will finally check it and say, okay, everything looks good, boom, boom, boom. Let's continue with the process. And then later on, the CSA does what they do, enter everything in. Oh, forgot to mention. So before the CSA actually checks everything, they'll already be entered inside your CRM, meaning Redtail, Wealthbox, or Salesforce. Go high level, whatever it is, right? So everything's already entered in the CRM. Only thing the CSA has to do, pretty much go into the CRM, look at it. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is in the correct format. And if by some chance the system doesn't catch anything wrong, then the CSA can quickly just type it in and fix it. And then from there, once this happens, now they're under management. This is the correct process in 2025 going forward. If you're still going back and forth manually, you need to hire 5, 6, 7 CSAs or ops even to get this point right here. Then not only are you wasting money by hiring a huge staff, but at the same time, you don't need to physically do this anymore. Your system, your backend should be handling the entire onboarding and intaking process for whatever it is that you're going through. This hidden factory in the backend saves you 10 to 15 hours, meaning you don't have to sit there manually. Even if you're a small firm, it's only you and 3 other people, whatever the case it is, that's no more manual labor you have to spend on just onboarding intake. Now you can actually focus on managing and getting the money to be where it's supposed to be, right? So now that you don't have to focus on, basically almost 24 hours just to get one client inside the CRM and official and get them under management, but now you can use that extra time to take more clients. And even then, what this allows you to do is finally scale up, right? So you can do all of this and just double what your firm is doing right now by simply replacing the hectic back and forth, the negos. You can eliminate all of that with a good back-end system, right? Now, if you're sitting here thinking, well, this sounds complicated, I'm not really a tech head, no one in my firm really handles this. We tried doing automations in the past with, CRMs or other companies, it didn't really work. Listen, I understand that the process of getting tech up, if you're not already really into it, is complicated. I completely understand that. Which is why at the Nidus firm, we offer a done-for-you system where it's completely owned, it's completely compliant, and the only thing you really have to do is this part right here. Check what's happening at the very end. Now, not only do you own it, which means it's more secure, you don't have to rely on a third-party vendor. The only thing you really have to do is check it. And you don't have to switch any of your back-end tech stack right now, meaning no new CRM. You can keep using Microsoft Office, Google Workspace, whatever it is that you're doing, and still get results. Now, this sounds like something you might want in your firm. Click the link down below in the description, book a free call. We can sit down, talk about 10-15 minutes, and discuss where you're at right now, what the biggest bottleneck is for you and your firm, and just go from there and figure out what we can do to get you to the next level by using a backend system like this. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more content just like this. I appreciate you.